Hey girlies, don't you want to see Dylan Carlino live? He's on tour. Go and see him. Here are his tour dates. Houston, Texas, September 19th and 20th. Oklahoma City, October 30th through November 1st. Phoenix, Arizona, November 6th through the 8th. Richmond, Virginia, November 14th and 15th. Appleton, Wisconsin, November 28th and 29th. Austin, Texas, December 18th through the 20th. Louisville, Kentucky, January 9th and 10th. Fort Wayne, Indiana, January 22nd through the 24th. Tacoma, Washington, January 30th and 31st. Spokane, Washington, February 1st. And Tulsa, Oklahoma, January 5th through the 7th.
If I was a girl, I'd run the city, kissing boys in the street, hiking up my mini. Back in high school, would have been the girl to beat. Football player's number on my cheek, cheating on him with his best friend Pete. Small town moms calling me fast, but I rode him slow in the backseat. It would have been a blast, feeling girly and Shirley. You know all of this is made up, cause I'm just a gay guy who's a little high, feeling a little girly. Feeling a little girly.
Welcome to Feelin Girlie. I'm your host, Dylan Carlino. Hi, girls. Welcome to the Feelin Girlie podcast. To all my tier 1, tier 2 girls, I'm sitting here with my incredible producer, Ariel. Is it Ariel or Ariel?
I prefer Ariel.
I prefer Ariel as well.
It's prettier.
It is prettier.
Right?
Yeah, and you're absolutely gorgeous, so you deserve to have the prettier name. We were just talking about you were crying on the highway. And I thought, when you first said that, I said, that's very girly. I don't know too many men that will cry on the highway during a difficult situation. I will give you grace, though, because me and Ariel are now neighbors. And it is, although I do believe this is the best neighborhood in town, it is, the one downside is you are pulling off into a frontage road that people are going 75 miles an hour on.
Yeah, it's like 0 to 100 immediately.
Yeah, I will say that you have to kind of, and not to be like a dad / man about this, you do just have to kind of get used to it and know that it is safe.
Yeah, it's just that U-turn.
I know.
You have to merge immediately. So you have to stop and wait.
Yes,
Sorry.
you have to stop and wait. No, you're right.
People build up behind you and they get impatient. And it's like, well, it's not my fault.
Okay, so a couple of things are happening. One, let's just describe this. So me and Ariel are on the side of a highway, right? So we're right here. It is an incredible neighborhood in Austin.
Describe where we live.
No, it's fine. And like, what are they going to do? Like knock on every door hoping to find like a literally not even top 100 podcast host. You know what I mean? And so, it's so funny. We're like, yeah, these people are being stalked. 5,000 people a week listen to their podcast. Anyways, you pull off and then like, it is, here's the other thing. There's a U-turn. The only way to get downtown to Austin to like where you need to go is to take that U-turn.
A scary highway U-turn.
A scary highway Texas U-turn. And it is very, very nerve-wracking when you're not used to it. Here's the thing though. Mentally, you have to remember, it is like a half mile away. So you do have time to get over to that other lane. So one, when you pull off, pull into the closest lane because nobody's ever in that first lane and just start driving.
I feel like that's not true.
No, you just have to. It is true.
There's always people in that lane.
It feels that way because it's 3 lanes. So you think, oh, there's so many people. It's like there's not a ton that way. And then you pull in and then go a little bit further and then move over. And then the U-turn part, it is a ramp. So like once you turn your car around, stop.
Yeah.
And just wait. And the minute you don't see cars, use the ramp.
Yeah.
And that's it. There's no need to get so sad about it. I don't like that you're crying on the highway. It's really dangerous.
I haven't driven anywhere since
you haven't left. Really?
Yeah.
Wait, where were you going?
I was going to UPS and then I had to go to, I tried going to Whole Foods and then the one Whole Foods like didn't have parking. So then I tried going to another Whole Foods and then I made
Ariel.
3 wrong turns. And so then I gave up and I was like, I'm just going to go home. And then I went to HEB.
Which HEB did you go to?
The one that's like 6 minutes away.
No, you went to the one on 7th.
The like kind of scary.
No, you cannot go to that HEB. Okay, I'm gonna help you out here. Sorry, this is probably off podcast. I actually don't care because this is like, what else are you guys listening to? By the way, what a horrific week. I know last week it was it was released on Thursday, and I'm sure you were like, oh, they're not talking about it. Yeah, well, it was pre-recorded. What a horrific week we've had, just in terms of us all being socially divided and on the brinks of a civil war. But yet here we are in the Feelin Girlie studios, and so we are going to talk about some things, but I just really need to help Ariel out for 2 seconds before we do this because she's going to the wrong HEB. By the way, that HEB, other than the fact that it is a bloodbath, think of the worst grocery store near you. That's where Ariel's going. The one that you're like, we don't go to the grocery store, because that grocery store doesn't even have good ice cream options.
That's so funny because I bought ice cream there and I was like, wow, I don't want either of these flavors. But
literally,
I bought them and ate all of them.
Literally, there's every time I go there, I go, how is it that I'm addicted to ice cream and I don't want any of the flavors here? There's not one single good flavor of ice cream there. You want to know why? Because they don't want people there, so they order the shittiest versions of everything. I really believe that. You know, here's how I know that I'm a paranoid person. By the way, side note is that there was a gas station near my old apartment, and every time I would go in there, I'd get something, and then I'd start coming in every single day, and then all of a sudden they would stop having it. And that happened to like 3 different products, and eventually I started being like, do they hate me? Weird. And they purposely don't want me to come in, so they stopped ordering the things that I like.
There's no way.
For sure, but that's the paranoid mind.
Right.
Yeah, I had made this thing up. Like, it happened to like 3 different things. Like, they would always have it, and then all of a sudden they like never had it anymore. And then I was like, they hate me. They're like, stop ordering Diet Cokes. This kid keeps coming in and getting them. We don't want him in here. I doubt that's happening. You have to go to the Mueller HEB. It's literally 2 minutes more, and it's one of.
Been to that one too.
It's you can drive straight. You can take all the lights. You don't have to make the U-turn. You don't have to make the U-turn. It's very safe. Okay, bye guys. Bye. Brielle and Jess are saying bye. So there's another update we have to do. We're having a very stressful dog week. I know that there's a lot going on in the news right now, and people are at each other's throats. But Ariel and I are having a hard week ourselves, as Ariel is dog sitting alone. Josh is on the road, and she's very overwhelmed by these dogs. As anybody knows who has a dog and also dog sits, it's so much work.
Yeah.
And what did you say in the car yesterday?
What did I say?
You were like, I hate being alone. I just.
Oh. Okay. Yeah. So Josh is out of town. I feel very depressed. I know this is unhealthy. I am not used to being alone anymore. I used to love being alone, but I don't know. I'm not used to it.
She wants her man. She wants her man.
We've been together for 5 years and living together that whole time too, which I know that's crazy, but
I know we were in the car. I was like, Ariel, you really shouldn't say things like that. It really sounds bad.
Like, that's bad. Stop. I was like, I'm just being honest.
I would love to be in a relationship where I'm like, honestly, I can't be alone. I miss my man. Whenever my girlfriends start doing that, I'm like, oh, we're in trouble. But with you, it's different because you guys are genuinely, and also you guys moved so many different places together, and like it's like you guys are each other's lives. So I totally get that.
We're trauma bonded.
Yeah, and also if I didn't know Josh so well, I would be like, you shouldn't be like this. But I love Josh so much, so I'm like, yeah, of course you want Josh to come back. He's great. But you have to go to that Mueller one. You cannot be going to the one on 7th. Okay.
Yeah, I'm not going to that one again.
No, it's bad. Oh, what else? Oh, me and Eric. Oh, so, okay, I should there's something sad happening at my house as well, which is Theo, our dog, the lesbian's dog. She started we think that she ate something, in the back part of the forest. We think she ate like a dead animal or something, because the other night she was like, she wouldn't stop throwing up, and she was like starting to throw up blood, and we were like, oh my God, that's so. None of us have ever been through anything like this with a dog before, and we were like, oh my God, and so they brought her yesterday to the emergency vet, and because it was Sunday, and vets aren't open on the weekends. I'm like, that's crazy. Vets should be open every single day. Listen, just like it should be like a restaurant. You know what I mean? Like you have a weekend vet, and I just don't understand why they're closed on the weekends. It doesn't make any sense. Yeah. It's big vet trying to get us to go to the emergency room. Yeah. That's what I think. And I wonder if we have any vets that listen to this. Anyways. they were like, oh, we think she ate something. So they sent her home with like a probiotic and something else. But and of course, she's like not eating because she feels super nauseous. And they gave her like an anti-nausea medication. And then last night, they were up all night long and she started like shitting blood. And it was like blood coming out from both sides.
Was it like in the house? Like she
No, she was trying to go outside.
Oh, okay.
But it made everybody nervous, and so they came into my room at like 4:30. Also, Miller last night was waking me up because he could hear them up all night. So every hour, Miller was waking me up, being like, fucker, I hear everybody up.
Yeah.
Get up. You know what I mean? Like, let's hang. And so then I'm getting up every single hour, and then they came into my room at like I think 5 a.m. and they're like, hey, we're taking her to the emergency vet again. That's why when they were just leaving saying bye, they're going to pick her up. They basically just said like they're giving her some other more stuff and sending her home and that she should be fine. But God, it's so scary when things happen to dogs
really
like that.
scary.
I just don't. The thought of that happening to Miller. I mean, even to Theo is just like so sad. She like came back and she had like little sad eyes and she.
And they don't know what's happening.
No, and they
You
just
can't
feel
tell
bad.
them.
And also, you can't tell them like don't eat dead animals anymore. It's so hard. Why do dogs love eating dead animals?
I know. It's. I guess it's in their instincts.
I guess so. It's just like, but you should think like, kill it yourself and then eat it, but don't eat one that's already dead.
Right. That is really sad. Did they give any explanation? Do you know? I guess you haven't talked to them yet.
No, they were just going to pick her up right now. I'm like, oh my God, it's just so awful.
Poor thing.
I know. It's just, there's something so sad about animals being hurt because
they're so pure.
yeah, and also they can't explain how they're feeling or what's going on, so you have to like do all this stuff, and it's also so expensive, and it's just an absolute nightmare. And hopefully things will obviously things in a year you won't be thinking about this. You'll be like, oh, remember that one time or whatever, but like in the moment it's so bad.
Yeah, and of course it happens on like a Sunday when no one's open. It just like adds to the stress.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Well, Jess was supposed to, one of my roommates, she was supposed to get on a plane at 5:30 this morning to go for a work thing, and they were like, we're not going, because they woke me up at like 5:30, and they're like, we're not going to the gym because the lesbians wake me up at 6:30 in the morning every day to go to the gym. And I'm always like, fuck, they're going. Like they can get themselves out of bed. Like I can't get myself out of bed.
Me either.
They get themselves out of bed. They were like, we're not going. We're taking her. She canceled her work trip like last minute. It was just like sad. Aww. I know, it's just awful. But she seems like she's gonna be doing fine. And guys, send thoughts and prayers to Theo. Let's shift focus a little bit. We have some really exciting things to talk about over here on the Feelin Girlie podcast, which is this is probably the last week that you are going to see me on this couch with this behind me as we are redoing the studio.
Yeah, we just bought some really pretty chairs.
We just bought some really pretty chairs. Me and Ariel went shopping and thrifting yesterday. I don't know if you can call it thrifting since we spent a lot of money on these chairs. Ariel, by the way, is like the worst person to go shopping with because or the best. Every single thing I was like, I don't know. She's like, you should get it. Like you should buy it. And then I was like, the chairs were like $200 a piece. Originally they were $250 a piece. And I go, I don't know, $500 is a lot for these chairs.
Patreon.com/feelingirlie.
Yeah. Ariel goes, it's kind of like the Patreon paid for the chairs. I didn't even bring it up. I was like, okay. Immediately getting I was like, you're right. That is true. But she did lower it by $100. So I thought that's why I bought them. I have to go pick up the chairs. I've actually loved the chairs. I really did.
Pretty.
Yeah, they're really, I don't want to give too much away about what the vibe is going to be, but we're trying something, it's going to look completely different. We're going to have multiple cameras. There's going to be a camera on Ariel. More guests. We're going to start the show is going to change a little bit, but only for the better. We're still going to be doing emails. We're going to start doing, I'm going to put it on probably on my, oh my God.
What is it? What?
Sorry. Yeah. Oh my God.
What?
Hey. Yeah,
okay, news, so.
Sorry.
No, that's okay.
God, everything happens. No, keep that in.
Okay.
Honest to God, keep that in. So I was feeling kind of like crazy because I'm going to New York for a couple weeks, which we have to re-record episodes. We'll talk about that on our private time. Sorry, I went to go look at my phone to look at emails and show you guys something, and then I had messaged a bunch of people like trying to get spots or whatever. And then like there was also somebody that I was like going to try to get on their podcast, but I didn't know them. And so they never responded. And I was like, maybe they didn't see it. But I was like kind of feeling bad because nobody really responded to me being on their page, on their podcast. And so I was kind of like, this kind of sucks. And I don't know. It just felt like weird because I was like, I don't know. I was feeling a little weird about it. I was feeling bad because I reached out to a bunch of people being like, I'd love to come on your podcast while I'm in New York. It's not like that crazy of asks. All people I have more followers on. And they like, no one got back to me. And I was kind of feeling like.
Weird. You're like,
Not even like, but I was just kind of like, I wonder if these. Because it was mostly comics. And so I was feeling like, do they think I'm like an internet person and not like a comic? And so I was feeling like a little bit bad about that. And one of them was, do you know like Fibula? So it's like him, this guy, Connor Wood and Brooke, they have like a podcast. But I just opened up my thing and he is asking me to open his show at the Paramount for this Thursday.
Oh, wow.
And so I was like, that's so funny. I was like, oh, he probably hates me because I reached out to be on his podcast. And then I just got asked to do his team just asked to have me open for him.
that's amazing.
I know. Wait, this is so exciting at the Paramount Theater. Okay. Sorry, this is real time. You guys finding out I have things. Oh God, my life feels so much better now.
Sorry, that's in New York?
No, that's here.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I don't know places.
I know, but how incredible.
Yeah,
okay,
congrats.
great. I'm feeling really good. I know. Sorry, that's probably so boring for you guys. What were we talking about? I can't remember either.
Studio?
Oh, yeah, the studio. But Ariel, was telling me to buy everything, like all this junk. I was like, I'm not buying this fucking junk.
It was pretty.
There was some pretty stuff. I'm really excited for the chairs. I'm nervous about them.
Why?
How they look on camera.
No, they look good.
We made a bold choice with the.
Yeah, but I think it's a good idea.
I will say we walked into it and immediately I was like, I love those chairs.
Yeah.
I love those chairs. I have to go pick them up in my nasty car. And that's just the truth. There was something else I wanted to talk about. Oh, something that has been making me feel. Has anything been making you feel girly?
No, I feel like shit.
Really? Oh my God, Ariel. Well, that's part of being a girl.
Yeah. So no, not really.
No, you're feeling.
I've been wearing my hair natural because I don't have the energy to straighten it.
You look incredible with natural hair. You should never feel bad about that.
Thanks.
Okay.
What about you?
What's making me feel really girly and less crazy with everything that's going on in the news right now is one, my friend Nissa moved right next door, which she saw. I think I told you she saw that, and she we haven't had a ton of time to hang out, obviously, because I don't want to bug them and be like, what are you guys doing? What are you guys doing? What are you guys doing? Whatever. And
they probably wouldn't mind.
Yeah, well, she was like, she loved going to yoga, and she was like, would you come to yoga with me? And I was like,
Do you like yoga?
No,
Okay,
I hate yoga.
I was gonna say ew.
I know, but she loves yoga, and I love her, and so I was like, I will go to yoga with you. And every time I'm back home, I always go to yoga with her, even though I don't like doing it because this is what I think that you have to in friendships. You have to give and take. It's like I don't like doing yoga, but my best friend loves doing yoga. If this is the only time that we can find to hang out with each other, I will go and I will do yoga for you. I don't care, and so. We were trying out a new spot and she went in and we were like sitting there for like 10 minutes and like nobody showed up and we like walked out and we were like, what's going on? And they're like, oh, the class is canceled. And we were like, okay. So we went to Central Market instead. I went to the nice grocery store and so that was fun. And then the next day we went to a 10:45 yoga class. It makes me feel real girly being in yoga.
Yeah.
It's just yoga is for girls and not in a bad way. I want to start doing hot yoga though, because that's how everyone gets like really, I hate to be like this skinny. And I want to be a skinny hot yoga girl. Is that illegal? I mean, people are being shot in the neck. Our country is divided. God forbid, could I try to get skinny before the fall of the American government? God, is it that hard? I just want to be skinny one last time. I promise I'll be good with it this time. I won't gain the weight back. People will unfollow me for this. I don't care. But what's really been making me feel girly, and I thought I would read a little bit off of this, is that Liz Gilbert's book came out.
Oh, yeah. You've been reading it.
I've been reading Elizabeth Gilbert's book all the way to the river. Every time I need something, or I swear to God, Liz Gilbert shows up and is wherever she is in life is exactly what I needed to hear, because I've been spending the last couple of months really going back and forth of, should I go back into AA? Not back in, I never did it. I've been to a bunch of meetings. I've just never done the steps or anything like that. And I keep being like, I don't know. I'm on the road all the time. And like, do I even have time? I mean, also it's not even, do I have time? I'm like afraid of being vulnerable and like really looking at all of my flaws, and like sitting with another person and going through all of the steps like scares the shit out of me. And that's just the truth. And so I open up the book, assuming that her book would be dedicated to the woman she's writing it about, Rhea, her best friend. And she dedicated it to everybody in all of the 12-step rooms. And I was like, Liz fucking Gilbert, the woman who follows me. Okay. I was like, of course. And so then that night I went to a 12-step club, or 12-step club. It's so funny. But I've been reading a lot of this book, and it's really incredibly written. But it's obviously, a book, but she has written like little poems throughout all of them. And I thought this one was really nice, and I just wanted to read it for the class, if that's okay. Because I really related to this. Okay, so it's called Relieve Me from the Bondage of Self. Dear God, my grief is killing me, and my opinions are killing me too. And my resentments are definitely killing me multiple times a day, just for fun. My desires keep landing me in ditches, tits up, with mystery lumps on my back of my head. My demand that all the world's dilemmas be solved by the end of business days yields a fresh new crop of insanity every 24 hours. And I keep the keys to hell on a chain called righteousness, and that I wear around my neck like dog tags. Meanwhile, you just keep letting everyone do whatever the fuck they want to do, apparently. And you keep killing off the good people and leaving the assholes behind. Or allowing the good people to turn into assholes, even worse. And you even outfitted each of your earthly children with some sort of frequency blocking device that prevents people from following my edicts, even though I'm always right and I absolutely know what's best for everyone. Oh Lord, please help me. Oh my beloved God, can you see how it wears me out, carrying around my will like a carapace made of horn and brass, wearing my points of view like pin cushions across my face. God, I am weary of being myself, and it appears that you will not allow me to be you, no matter how hard I try. So where does this leave us? Where does that leave us? You, the mysterious creator of all things, me, the ladies and gentlemen of the jury. I sit on the bank of your river and take off my shoes. Mother of everything, teach me the rules. Plastic, moss, and mud around, cloud-covered telephones, leaves in a wad, a passing plane, a dog that limps. Show me how to live. Now I hear your sparrow, now I hear your crow, now I hear your traffic on the high bridge overheard. You're just letting all of this happen, aren't you? Letting it unfold like an opening hand, despite my resistance, without my command. And I just loved that. Ariel blocked out.
Yeah. No, I actually really tried to make sure to lock in and pay attention.
I just really loved that, because it was just like, I felt like it's all obviously about control. And I say all the time, I used to say this at the restaurant that I was working at. I was like, if everybody just did exactly what I said, we would be having the best experience ever. And the problem is and what a lot of this is about, which is a lot what addiction's all about, is that you cannot control other people, whether you believe you're right or not. Like, I believe that I know how to make everybody live a much happier life, but I can't force everybody into doing and I'm really trying to not even like put my opinions on people. I had a friend call me about something yesterday, and I was like, she was telling me things, and I was like, don't say anything. Just say, what do you like? What does that, that sounds, well, what's that? And it's really hard for me to do that.
Yeah.
Because what I want to say is, what the fuck are you doing? Mm-hmm. But that doesn't work. And so you go, that's interesting. Are you happy? It's so hard for me to do that, because I really believe I could protect my friends from having bad experiences.
Yeah.
But you can't protect anybody from anything. Yeah. It's so hard.
I mean, but you're good at giving advice. Like, you do, like, people, like, depending on the situation, you could.
For sure. But like here, they email me advice, which is
Yeah.
like great because you should. Oh, what I was going to say is I'm going to post the Google. But when I got that, I realized what I was just talking about before, which is I'm going to be posting the Google Voice number on my page to leave a voicemail for next week's episode. So that's what I remember I was talking about. But you guys ask for advice, which I love. And so I can really give you my advice. And so here is a space where I can kind of exercise that. But in my day-to-day life, that's not something that you should be doing.
Right.
You shouldn't be imposing what you want to believe or what your friends should do. And because also, like, in my mind, I'm like, well, this would make you happy. It's like, Dylan, you can't even make yourself happy. I come on this podcast every single week being like, I'm miserable. Yeah.
Yeah.
What are we at time-wise?
34.
34? Okay, that's not bad.
Yeah.
It's not great. It's not great. I'm worried about the dogs. We got a lot going on. I went on a Charlie Kirk rant. I mean, I don't know. Yeah.
It's a weird day, weird week.
Weird day, weird week.
I'm exhausted.
I'm exhausted
Yeah.
too. I'm having a hard time.
I know. It's okay.
Did you have a boyfriend in high school?
I had a few, but they weren't
Oh my God.
serious. Oh my God.
Who was your first love?
It was someone that I met in early college.
Oh.
Yeah.
Do you ever think about him?
Not really.
Do you ever have guys reaching back out to you?
No, not really. No.
I know. They like whenever I see those girls being like, oh, it must be that time of year all my exes are reaching back out to me. I'm like, my man's no guys ever reach back out to me. I'm like, but it must be bad.
I don't want them to.
I don't want them to either, but I would like them to be like, I've never gotten a message being like, I fucked up. I'm like, what? No one's ever thought about me and said I fucked up. Should we just move over to emails?
Yeah, do you want to?
I do want to.
Yeah. Is there anything else to talk about?
No.
Not really.
Not really. I have nothing. I do have some things to talk about, but it's going to be on the Patreon, patreon.com/Feelin Girlie. Just, some stuff that I can't talk about on here.
Yeah.
Because you guys don't deserve it. I hate to be like this, but you don't deserve it. It's so hard because all these girls are like, can you put this on my on the Patreon? I'm like, no, I can't. I need something. Sorry, girl. This one's called A Series of Unfortunate Events. Hi, Dylan. So first off, absolutely fell in love with the podcast after one listen, and it's been my go-to constantly. Oh my God, thank you. I have a very short attention span, but you surpassed it. Okay,
Wow.
That's
Huge
huge.
compliment.
That's huge. Please keep my name and email private, but we'll include some photos of me just for reference. So I guess I'm seeking both advice and think that everything that happens to me dating wise is a great story. So here I am. I'm 24. The young girls love me. Can I just tell you that? As a 31-year-old gay man, I'm constantly on live and girls are like, why are the shows 21 plus? I go, how old are you? They're like 16. I'm like, you can't come to the
That's
show.
crazy.
I know. It's crazy.
They need
But
advice.
yeah, I know. And then people
Which
who are
is cute.
It is so cute. They're like, I'm in high school. I go, it doesn't matter. It's fake. I told a girl on live the other day. I go, nothing matters. You're in high school.
Yeah.
Like I hate it. And by the way, when you're in high school, it feels like shit to hear that because you're like, no, it matters. This is
It feels so real.
It feels actually
Yeah.
worse than it does as an adult.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
it actually felt like it mattered way more in high school than it does. So in the argument, it does matter so much more of a high school student because it's the first time you're experiencing these things.
Right.
So you're like, how could you say this is world ending? But then you get a little bit older and you're like, it's not that bad.
Yeah.
I'm 24 and have started moving away from being casual sex girly and wanting something deeper. I love that. Me too, but I keep finding myself in these strange men's apartments. Patreon.com/Feelin Girlie. I've only had 2 relationships and both started off strong and became dumpster fires. I have a strong liking to older men. That's your problem. So pretty sure the age difference was a huge factor, but from the beginning stage of dating is always so fun. You're 24. I would honestly, you have your entire life to do age gap. When you're in your early 20s, just date somebody 3 to 4 years difference. I don't know what you mean by age gap. Like, are you 24 and they're 36? Like, what's the age gap? Because, the younger generation, they're now saying age gap when it's like 3 years. And you're like, that's not an age gap, babe. If you guys were in high school at the same, I think here's the age gap. If they were a senior when you were in 8th grade, That's the same age. Like if you do it in high school, it's wrong. But like 8th grade to senior year, that's your age. And anything other than that, I think is an age gap. Would you agree? That's like 6 years.
Yeah.
Okay. The first one was still in love with his ex, and the other one just seemed like he wanted a kid, which was super alarming that he was actively trying to get me pregnant. When I see red flags, I book it out. That's so real. They talk about this on Guys We Fucked all the time, where like men don't like have children and marry the one. They just marry like the one that's around when they're ready. So it actually, that makes a lot of sense that he was like he was ready for kids and he was just looking for a vessel, as we all kind of just treat women like vessels to have children. It's fucked up. I actually have something to say about that, but we'll finish the email. I've been casually dating a lot with it mainly being sex-based, but I've not been connected to anyone and feeling like I have to initiate everything, which is not my cup of tea. I thrive on princess treatment, but will always put my all into the person if they're treating me right too. I wasn't having any luck on Field or FetLife at all, which is I wasn't expecting, just hoping. So both of those websites are just for casual sex or like freaky sex. I don't think that you should be on, if you're looking for something deeper, I don't think FetLife or Field are a good place to find love. Those are good places to find yourself getting pissed on. But no, they're like kink websites that like, if you want to like put a collar on and be walked around an apartment, then yes, get on FetLife. If you're looking for like somebody to look you in the eyes and be like, you're the love of my life and treat you like a princess, those are not good places to find those things. You're 20. Okay. But like I said, if you want to get pissed on or walked in a collar, get on those sites, girl. Recently I thought I found the one, but so you guys have to stop doing the one. Okay. You're 24 years old. It's like, and also recently I thought I found the one. You'll know when you find the one. You just got really excited when you met someone that you were attracted to and you had more than a conversation that wasn't like just about music or something. Like you guys, you need to know who you are. You seem like you're kind of searching still for yourself, even from this email. Like finding the one, it should be, you know who finding the one should be is finding yourself. You should look within yourself and that should be the one. And then you find somebody to complement the person that you know who you are. Sorry, I just get so annoyed with the one conversation. Also, people are like, I found the one. Okay, well, enjoy your divorce at 36. It's crazy to me. I'm so sick of it.
That's all girls think about when we're that age and you're growing up.
And that's how you know I'm not a girl. I know. Is that true?
Yeah.
You girls need help.
You think about.
No, stop it.
The one, and then every guy that you meet that you like and maybe they like you back, that's what you're hoping for. You're like, they're the one. Like that makes
me sick to my stomach.
That's how it is.
Not for men. I know I do a lot of girly shit. Let me tell you something right now. I think about what do I want, my life, my career, all this stuff, and then I look for somebody who would complement it. Yeah. And sure, maybe that's the one. I also don't believe in the one. I don't believe that you have this one person that's out there that's going to save you from life of being single and fix all of your problems and be that person that's going to be with you for the rest of your life. Shit happens and people come in your people are so quick to be like, friendships change, seasons of friendships, but the one is never gonna leave. Right. It's like, no, what if you meet a guy and he's the one for 12 years and then you meet somebody else or you guys get divorced or things don't work out? You need to start being more fluid and flexible with your way of thinking, because when you put everything on this one pedestal of the one, when that breaks down, it ruins your life. And that's why you see people go fucking crazy in their 30s and 40s during divorces and have to build themselves back up because they have this social construct of like what their life should be as a woman is. And then they get older and they realize that's not it, or they either wasted it or they fucked it up, and then they're mentally fucked. It's just, I don't know. I just think that the conversation on the one is so toxic.
I agree.
Okay. Recently, I thought I found the one, but the only to find out he's in the Navy and was being shipped across the country for a few years. Yeah, he's also probably sucking and fucking on the Navy, and he's like sucking off trans girls in Thailand, okay? That's all they ever do, is they do sick shit in the Navy. You don't want to be dating some guy.
Anyone in the military, honestly.
Although if I was a girl, I would definitely go to like the Navy ball. Like, I would love to so badly be like, we're going to the ball. We had one night together and everything about him to me was perfect. Great sexual chemistry, which has been tough for me to find because I'm very involved in the kink scene and don't always find people into what I'm into so I could talk easily to him without feeling judged. I'll attach a pic, but he's also 6'3" in his early 30s and made me feel so safe. I love physical affection and there was no shortage. He also had the most beautiful eyes and honestly took my breath away how deep he would look at me as if it was only me on earth. He's okay. You're sick. This is bad. He still constantly texts me, but with the distance, we are both seeing other people, which is not an issue for me at all until recently. Until recently. You're like, I want to find the one, but also you can date other people. This doesn't make any sense. I wonder what your kinks are. I'm actually very interested in that because I'm like, whoa, 24, really kinky. That's cool. I still want a relationship. I'm not sure if I should pursue that or I should lose him completely, knowing I'll most likely have to be monogamous. I just got back from Vegas after being flown out by a rich man, and I hoped that it would fulfill me a bit, but I didn't at all. Yeah, because money's fun, but it's not going to fulfill you. Take that from somebody who got everything that he asked for. I feel even more confused because I used to thrive on that type of spoiling, but he ended up being a major stress instead of having to leave me at a hotel by myself because his friend got stuck in the desert and he had to go get him. I was shocked how frantic he was after seeming so calm and collected and didn't even bat an eye at leaving. Because you're just a girl that he paid to be there. I don't want you guys to feel bad. Like I totally get getting like flown out and princess treatment and the money stuff and the king. Like I'm so supportive of all that stuff. But if you expect that same guy to be the guy that looks you in the eyes and is like not going to be frantic and leaving you at a hotel for your friends, you are a business decision to him. In his mind, he can do whatever he wants because he paid for you to be there. And you have to remember that. Like when money gets involved in these types of relationships, people start looking at you like an object. Of course he can leave you at the hotel alone. He paid for you to be there. He would expect you to do nothing else. I was so shocked and frantic after blah, blah, blah. He built up this meeting so much, and to have it crash down not even 2 hours into meeting was such bad timing. My Navy man was there the whole time checking in on me and being on my shoulder because I was so disappointed. You are looking for something in places where it's not. You're looking for love and affection and like that connection with people. I'm going to tell you right now, you're not going to find it in Vegas in a hotel room with a man who's paying for you to be there. There's nothing wrong with doing that, but if you want to continue doing that, you need to start compartmentalizing and saying, I'm not going out and being paid for and having this guy give me money for whatever you're doing out there because we have this crazy connection. It's business, babe, and you need to start thinking about it like that. This is a money-making opportunity or an adventure opportunity for you to go out and have a fun weekend and expect to I think you have to realign your expectations when people are paying for you, like in that sort of way. And no shame whatsoever. I have many friends that do things like this, but you're comparing these two guys, the guy in the Navy who you have an actual connection with and a guy who paid for you to be in a Vegas hotel room. And those are two very different men. And so readjusting your expectations, I think, is going to really help you. I have started talking to I was disappointed. I have started talking to somebody else after that to get my mind distracted, and he has relationship potential. We get along amazingly, but I don't know if I should pursue it knowing my feelings for somebody else. He also got a little nervous when I brought up my kinks. What steps should I take, and is it realistic to wait for somebody who's going to be away for so long? Should I just keep it casual, or do you think I should be pursuing this new relationship? I'm so confused, and if anyone can tell me how straight, it's you. Okay, well, you're gorgeous. Wow, you're so pretty. Okay, and this guy is very cute. He does have great eyes, you're right. He's very, very handsome. He's got a mustache. What do you think, Ariel?
I mean, it doesn't sound like she's going to get what she wants from either guy.
He's in the Navy. I think you're 24. And I'm going to be completely honest with you. You're so relationship focused. There's nothing wrong with that. If that's what you want to do, I totally get it. But you need to start readjusting your expectations and really figuring out, what the fuck do you want? You want to be... I think it's completely fine to like find a connection and also want these kinky things, but you're in a smaller category. You're searching through. You're like if you didn't have these kinky things, which there's nothing wrong with being kinky, you would have probably a larger pool. I think I wish I knew what the kinks were, because it's so hard to answer these questions to not know what they actually are. I think you're really male focused, which is fine. Actually, you wanted it straight. I think you're 24 years old. You need to stop fucking dating completely. I think that you're putting way too much on how these men see you and how you can be in a relationship with them. I also feel like you're acting as if you have these kinks that you won't be able to date anybody if you don't find them right now. Life is much longer than you think it is, and you're 24. You don't want to just get settled down. Listen, should you go with the Navy guy? Great, he's hot and seems like you guys have good sexual connection. Sure. But like, there's nothing in life is guaranteed. Just because you have a connection with somebody doesn't mean it's guaranteed. Like, things change, people change. You are going to change. Being 24, oh my God, I am not even close to the same person I was at 24. If a 24-year-old walked into me, I'd be like, who the fuck is that? You are going to change so much. And so you're like trying to find the one. And that's the problem. I think just have fun. It doesn't seem like this whole kink lifestyle, though, is fulfilling you the way that it used to. So I don't think there's anything wrong with having these kinks and doing this stuff, but it seems like it's not fulfilling you in the same way that it was, the way like when you were getting flown out to Vegas and things like that. I can't tell you what to do with dating. He's hot. He seems nice. I don't know how you basically just have a texting friend that you hung out with once, I think. Mm-hmm. Sure, wait. Date other people. Dating potential. You can't fuck up the right thing. So like, if this Navy guy person is going to work out, then it's going to work out. You can't change the fact that he signed up for the Navy. It's already happening. Maybe it will happen. Maybe it won't. But you don't seem good inside. You seem like a lot of your self-esteem in who you are as a person has to do with men and having a man around you. And so I would say, take a break from dating. You're 24 years old. Decenter men from your life and see if you have any hobbies that are outside of sex. I know the kinky world can get feels like you have hobbies because you're constantly getting fucked, but like, and doing crazy shit. And like, I don't know what you're doing. I wish I knew and I hope you don't take this the wrong way. I think there's nothing wrong with being kinky, but you're centering men so much about you didn't say one thing what you want to do with your life.
That's how I used to be the same way.
I can't imagine this.
Like that. Yeah.
I don't care. I don't want you being like that. Yeah. We can't have everything. Like, I just think when you make everything about men, you're going to wake up when you're 36 years old, look next to some guy who you helped get him everything he ever wanted. And you're going to think to yourself, what did I want? And there's something to me that's so sad about that you didn't mention one thing that what you wanted in this life, other than what you're doing for men. I don't know. I think that it's just you're not helping yourself. And I think that you think you're older than you are because when you're 24 years old, you think you're basically 30 and you are not. You're 24 and it feels old because it's the oldest you've ever been. And as somebody who's older than you, I'm telling you, you are a baby. Like, you have no idea the things that are going to change by the time you're going to turn 28 and you're going to be like, who was I? Like, things change really quickly. I would really tell you that you should start decentering men out of your life, because I don't think that this is doing you any favors. You're spending a lot of time thinking about men who you have one guy in Vegas who's buying you to be there, and then one guy who is married to the Navy, and then this third fucking guy who has relationship potential. I don't even know what the fuck that means. You are acting as if these relationships are business, because I think that you've commodified them that way. Relationship potential. I'm like, who are you? Find your potential and then do everything that you can do to make that shine, and you will attract the right guy. You're not going to, just because you have these kinks or want to do these things sexually, we put ourselves in such boxes to be like, well, I have this, so they have to be okay with it immediately. It's like, okay, what's deeper? Let's figure out what else is going on. Not to be disrespectful. You're absolutely gorgeous and you're going to have an incredible life, but it doesn't have to be all about men all the time. Cut to me, I like leave here. I'm like crying. I'm like, when's it my turn? No, you seem lovely, and I hope that wasn't really mean.
No, I think a lot of girls need to hear that, including young me.
Yeah,
you know,
I did that for you, and I did that for young Ariel. Okay, what are we at time wise?
53.
Okay, I think we're going to move over to the Patreon, guys. If you want to sign up and hear the rest of these emails, it's going to be patreon.com/feelinggirly. We love you guys so much. And hopefully, we have some great things coming for the Patreon as well. So we'll see you then. All right, love you, bye.